When we talk about artificial intelligence, it's pretty easy to get lost in the weeds, right? We hear all about complex algorithms, massive data models. But for today's discussion, I want you to set all of that aside for a moment. Because what if the most powerful, the most strategic thing AI offers is actually something much, much simpler? Today, we're going to zero in on AI's true secret weapon, pure, unadulterated speed. So let's frame this in a real-world context. The modern economy, it's a constant race for market leadership, isn't it? Every second, every single decision counts. So in that kind of high-stakes environment, what is the single most powerful advantage that AI delivers? That's the central question we're going to unpack today. And notice how we're framing this. We're calling it a strategic superpower. Why? Because we're not just talking about doing the same old things, only faster. No, this is about a fundamental shift in how an organization operates, how it reacts, and how it innovates. Speed, in this context, becomes the core strategic asset. So here it is, our central thesis for today, laid out as plainly as possible. Let's forget all the other buzzwords you've heard for a moment, synergy, disruption, all of it. When we're talking about operations, the primary strategic benefit of AI boils down to one single thing: speed. That's it. This is the foundation for everything we're going to cover. Okay, now defining our terms is crucial. So when I say speed, I'm not just talking about raw computing power. We are referring to a specific concept: operational speed. Think of it as a holistic acceleration of the entire business. We're talking about accelerating decisions, accelerating product development, and accelerating the responsiveness of your entire supply chain. It's about the whole system moving fast. All right, so that's the theory, but how does this actually work in practice? Well, it all starts with the first, and you could argue, the most critical piece of the puzzle: accelerating the speed of decision-making itself. This process here really breaks it down nicely. You can think of AI as this incredibly powerful signal processor. So, step one, it's constantly ingesting these massive, real-time streams of data. We're talking volumes that no human team could ever hope to process. Then, step two, the algorithms get to work, sifting through all that information to find the important, actionable patterns. And finally, and this is the key part, step three, it delivers those insights directly to the people and the systems that need them. It closes that loop between raw data and decisive action. And this comparison really drives home the paradigm shift. The before AI world, that's reactive decision-making. It's like trying to drive a car by only looking in the rearview mirror. You're always reacting to what's already happened, using old, lagging data. But after AI, well, now you're looking forward through the windshield. You have a continuous stream of real-time data, giving you insights, allowing you to be proactive, to anticipate what's coming down the road. So, making faster, smarter decisions is a total game changer, no question. But AI's impact on speed doesn't stop there. The next piece of this is how it drastically accelerates the entire innovation pipeline, what we call time to market, getting ideas from concept to customer faster than ever. And here's why that matters so much. That internal speed, being faster inside the company, translates directly into a powerful advantage out in the marketplace. When you shorten your development cycle, it's not just about efficiency. You're giving your organization the ability to respond almost in real time to what customers want or what your competitors are doing. You can pivot, you can adapt, you can deliver what's needed while the competition is still holding meetings. Now, this isn't some far-off science fiction concept. This is happening right now, powered by very real technologies. Take something like generative design. It's amazing. You basically give an AI a set of goals and constraints. For example, I need a chair that can support 300 pounds, is as lightweight as possible, and uses the least amount of material. The AI will then generate thousands of design options in a matter of hours, designs a human engineer might never even think of. Then you can take those designs and use rapid prototyping tools like 3D printing to create and test models almost instantly. This whole cycle of design, test, refine, it now happens at a speed that was completely unthinkable just a decade ago. Okay, so we've talked about faster decisions and faster innovation. Now let's connect the dots and see how these two things come together to transform the operational backbone of any physical product company, its supply chain. And this is a really important concept to grasp. We aren't talking about making one little part of the process faster. No, the operational speed we're discussing creates a ripple effect. It cascades through the entire system. Think about it. If an AI model predicts a sudden spike in demand for a product, it can automatically trigger raw material orders, adjust schedules on the factory floor, and reroute shipments to get products there faster. All of this happening in near real time. That is what we mean by a responsive supply chain. So let's just quickly summarize the key accelerants that make all this possible. It's a powerful trio, really. You have faster decisions, which lead to quicker adjustments in things like inventory and logistics, and it's all built on a foundation of shorter development cycles. When these three things work together, in concert, you get a truly agile, responsive organization. This all brings us to the big picture, the ultimate payoff. What's the end game here? After you've built all this speed into your decisions, your innovation, your supply chain, what does that actually get you, strategically speaking? Well, the answer is pretty stark: survival, and ultimately, leadership. Today's business environment is just incredibly dynamic and uncertain, right? Things change in the blink of an eye. In an environment like that, the ability to move fast, to react quickly, it stops being a nice to have and becomes an absolutely essential competitive weapon. Speed is what allows you to survive an unexpected shock to the system. And it's what allows you to seize those fleeting opportunities before anyone else even knows they're there. You know, the source material we're drawing from for this discussion puts it perfectly. And I want to quote it directly here because it just nails the strategic importance of this. It says that AI strengthens an organization's ability to compete in dynamic and uncertain environments. That's the bottom line. So that leaves us with a final question to consider. In a world where agility and velocity are fast becoming the new metrics for success, where reacting in minutes can be more valuable than a 5-year strategic plan, well, if speed is the new currency of business, the question you have to ask is, how long can you afford to be slow?